Today's video is breaking down some potential early round cornerback targets for the Dallas Cowboys. There's a bunch of different names we'll get into here. Before we do that, though, if you guys have draft questions, want to talk NFL draft, look at the cornerback spot, draft in general, whatever, hit me up on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. My DMs are open just so we can chat everything about the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I think for the most part, we are all in agreement. Cornerback is a major need for this team because Trevon Diggs is there. Maybe they'll move Rashard Robinson back to corner, but otherwise it's Diggs, Anthony Brown, and Maurice Kennedy? That's not very good. So what we're doing today is looking at early round draft targets. I got over 10 names here that I want to break down. Some make better sense than others. We will begin with my number one corner. Just happened to be the way I structured it. Caleb Farley. We've mentioned him a lot on the show, so I won't spend too much time on him. But he's got all the tools I want in a corner. I think he's off the board in the top 15, if not top 10. The guy we saw in 2019 was awesome. 36% for a full season is nutty. 4 interceptions, 12 pass breakups. I know the ACC doesn't have elite receivers. That's awesome. 2018, his worst game by far was against Travis Fulgham. Beyond that, dude's been really good. If he had played in 2020, he would, I think, be a top 5 pick. Instead, you might be able to get him at number 10 overall. All right, the other top-tier corner in this year's class, Patrick Surtain out of Alabama. Yes, his dad is the previous Patrick Surtain, of course. He was great this year for Alabama. He has the size and technique that you covet at the position. I am worried, and this is shared by a lot of different NFL experts out there and draft experts, about the top-end speed. The production is still great. He's so good with his technique that he doesn't get beat that often. He can, at times, have issues with it against some shiftier, quicker receivers. You saw that on the little goal line fade against Garrett Wilson in the championship game against Ohio State. Fell incomplete because Fields missed him, but he got beat there. Either way, if Farley's off the board at number 10, I have no issues taking Surtain and reuniting the Alabama secondary of Surtain and Diggs, even though there is some potential speed issues there in the end. So pick a cornerback for me here. Who do you guys want? CF for Caleb Farley or PS for Patrick Surtain? I go with CF, but I know not everyone agrees with me. So get your votes in here down in the comments section. The other corner who I feel confident going in round 1 is Jaycee Horn. That is the son of Joe Horn. Now, he opted out pretty quickly after this season. He played really well this year, and his game against Auburn was, I would argue, the best cornerback film all season. Now, he did allow 3 touchdowns this year, only 8 catches on 24 targets, so it's not that bad in the end. 2 interceptions, 6 pass breakups, again, only 7 games, so limited sample size there. I like Jaycee Horn. I don't want him at 10. If I trade down, I'm happy to have that conversation, but I do think he's the number 3 corner in this year's class. So what corner do you guys want to draft? Is it Farley, Surtain, Horn, or someone we haven't even gotten to yet? This question will be the pinned comment on today's video. So you get the ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down, and get your votes in. Now for some maybe back end of round 1, but more likely day 2 guys. Ifeatu Melifonwu. If you go, I know that name. Obi's brother, who many of you guys wanted out of UConn a couple years ago. Or no, from Syracuse a couple years ago, excuse me. Like his brother, UConn I was right the first time. Darn it, Tom. Like his brother, Melifonwu has that ideal size and speed combination. He still needs some development at corner. The coverage stats kind of bear that one out. The reason why you target this type of player is because you do not find players of his size, he's about 6'3", who move as fluidly as he does. He's a little bit light, could add some more mass. I don't want him in round 1. If I don't go corner in round 1, though, he's there in round 2. I would strongly consider. Hopefully he loves football a little bit more than Obi ended up caring about. Some Georgia guys get into it. We'll stick with Tyson Campbell, who's much like Melifonwu. He's long, he's athletic, and in the end, you're banking more on potential than proven play. 1 interception, 10 pass breakups. he might go late round 1 in that kind of Kevin King style. If he's there in round 2, I would consider it. Erik Stokes, the other Georgia corner, is a better football player right now than Tyson Campbell is. Doesn't mean he's a better prospect. The NFL will always pick the traits. Campbell has better traits than Stokes. I know you see 4 interceptions. Wow, that's awesome. A bit fluky. 2 of them ended up being that the receiver just stopped running his route for some reason. Other 2 were overthrows. So the production unquestionably favors Erik Stokes compared to Tyson Campbell. But the high upside, the traits, the athletic ability, all of that favors Tyson Campbell. I'm not finished with either of these guys, so I'm not sure who will end up being higher on my list. I think from the Cowboys' perspective, though, with what they want in a more cover 3, cover 1 style defense, I think I'd prefer Tyson Campbell. Give me the length and give me the athletic ability, and I'll try to develop him. But get your votes in here. Who do you want? TC for Tyson Campbell, or type in ES for Erik Stokes. Let's go to Greg Newsome out of Northwestern, who truly, in every facet, was a shutdown corner at Northwestern this year. The problem, and why despite how good he was in 2020, why he might not go in round, although he could, he didn't actually get that many reps and that much experience. There were a lot of times he was banged up. In fact, against Ohio State, he was great for 17 cover snaps, 0 targets his way. But he got hurt and had to leave the game. So in 6 games this year, this is insane. You allow 35% completion, 93 yards, there's no touchdowns. That is off the charts good. It was only 6 games, and frankly, OSU was the only competent passing offense that Newsom had to go up against. So I'm intrigued by him. I really am. I wanted to see a little bit more. He's not in play at number 10 overall. If he's on the board at 44, though, that intrigues me quite a bit. Do you guys want more Dallas Cowboys draft videos? Good news, you are in the right spot. We're going to keep you guys covered all off-season long. We'll do plenty of mock drafts. We'll probably do another day 2 mock draft like we did last year, which I did nail Trevon Diggs. Fan-led mock draft confirmed, Producer Brett? Oh, yeah, fan-led mock drafts, too. You want to join us, hit that big red button and subscribe today. Let's go to Benjamin St-Juste now, the Minnesota cornerback. And again, this is more of I'd say round 3 guy for me, but I did want to mention him of this mold of long, athletic, lanky guys. He has not played a ton. He needs a lot of work, but he was good at the Senior Bowl. And again, traits matter. The production, not great. 5 games, no interceptions in his career. But you do not find corners who are 6'3", with 80-foot-plus-inch wingspans. For reference, that wingspan is top 3 in combine history at the cornerback spot. That is a freak on the outside. And for what the Cowboys seem to prefer, they like those lanky guys a lot more than they like the undersized guys. So I grouped these potential nickel corners all together, who maybe they can move outside, but there you go. Elijah Molden, Asante Samuel. I would take those guys at 44 in a heartbeat. I don't know if the Cowboys would unless they go a different corner in round 1 and they plug them in the slot. Shakur Brown, Michigan State, really ball skill, productive guy, not great size or speed. Aaron Robinson's intriguing, checked in smaller than he was listed at the Senior Bowl, but I've seen some round 1 buzz for him on top of that. So are you guys okay with an undersized cornerback? Get your votes in here. Y for yes, N for no. I am. I don't mind if they're undersized. Yes, I like my long and lanky and athletic corners. But if you're undersized, give me the baller. That's the route I would prefer to go. We'll see if the Cowboys actually feel that way. So get your votes in. Y for yes or N for no.